Okay, hi there. I'm Aaron, and I decided I'm going to make some videos about my hot pepper and tomato garden. I'm using a technique that I have stolen graciously from another YouTube channel, a guy named RatDavid9. I'll make sure to include a link to his channel in the details. Okay, so first of all, what I did is I went to tomatogrowers.com, got my catalog. I didn't really need the catalog because I just ordered them online, but it has tons of great examples of peppers and tomatoes and eggplants and tomatillos. Okay, so to start out, I got my seed starting mix. It's a organic seed starting Jiffy mix. You can get it anywhere. I got mine at Home Depot. And then I like to use these Solo cups. Don't know what size that is, but it's the normal size. And then I use blue painter's tape to label each one, and this one will have ghost peppers, so I've written ghost on there. Okay, so I get the soil, put it in a bucket, get it nice and wet, then shovel it into these cups. Now, in the bottom of each inside cup, I've drilled a hole. I just stacked up half of all the cups and got a drill with a 1/4-inch bit and just drilled it through the bottom of them. RatDavid9, he uses a hot poker to do his, but I decided just to use a drill because I don't have a blowtorch. Okay, so the seeds that I've decided to do this year. First, these are my ghost pepper seeds. This is actually my second year doing a pepper and tomato garden. Last year I failed miserably, but one of the only plants that ended up working was my ghost peppers. I got tons of peppers, but they took over 30 days to germinate. Took a really long time. Everything else had already been growing, and then they finally germinated. And I also bought 10 seeds for $10, and that was a lot of money for just 10 seeds. And so this year I decided to harvest some from the peppers I got, and so I have about 100 seeds here. And I just took them out of the peppers and then wrapped them in a paper towel and put them up on a top shelf and just forgot about them for several months. So they're nice and dry now, and hopefully they'll germinate pretty quick. So the other peppers I've decided to do is just a regular orange habanero, then a garden salsa hybrid. It says on here it's milder than a jalapeno but hotter than an Anaheim. Thought that sounded nice. Green, just regular green tomatillo. White Star hybrid eggplant. It says it has 5 to 7 inches long with a beautiful glossy white skin and pure white mild flesh inside without any of the bitter flavor. So I thought I'd like that. And then a purple beauty. This is one that RatDavid9 did last year, and I thought they looked really nice, so I decided to give it a shot. Okay, and then I have just regular jalapeno right here, and I was gonna show how I've already planted all of these except this cup. This will be for the jalapenos. And so I was gonna show how I do that, what process I use. And then later in the season, since the peppers typically take a long time to germinate, I'm starting them now. It's January 27th, and I'm in Georgia, so I have a long growing season. The tomatoes I'm going to do this year are the black cherry tomato, and then Early Girl improved hybrid. The sugary, supposed to be a sweet cherry sized tomato with an oval shape. And then Cherokee chocolate. This is it actually came free with my order because I ordered enough stuff that they threw in something for free. And then this one, this is actually something that Rat David 9 sent me. He last year was able to cross what he thought was a Jamaican hot chocolate with a ghost pepper. And he said that he was going to harvest the seeds and send them to anyone who sent him a message. So I sent him a message and he sent me my seeds. So I'm excited to see what these ones, how these ones turn out, to see if they are a actual Jamaican hot chocolate mixed with a ghost pepper. Okay, so as you see, I've labeled all of these. I have 3 ghost peppers with 5 seeds in each. Then I did 2 cups with the Jamaican hot chocolates, the Jamaican hot chocolate ghost pepper mix. That's just the habanero. It's the salsa hybrid. It's the tomatillo. The white eggplant. Purple Beauty. I did 2 of those because I really like sweet peppers, so I'll eat lots of those. And this one will be the jalapeno. Okay. Okay, so now I'm going to plant these jalapeno seeds. I got the 5 out right here. And I'll just lay them out into the cup. Now the idea behind doing 5 is I don't know if all 5 of them will actually sprout, but I'll take, well, I'll do it in a later video, but once they start growing I'll separate the plants out into their own individual cups, and then whichever grow best will be the ones that I transplant. So I set them on top and I just get a little unsharpened pencil, tap them down about 1/8 to 1/4 of an inch in the soil and just bury them. Just like that. And since I already soaked the soil, I don't really need to add any more water, but when I do, what I'll do is just put the water in this bottom cup that has no hole and set this in there, and the water will soak up from the bottom. And that should be good to not disturb the seeds, because I don't want to pour water in the top because it might unbury the seeds. And also with this mix, it's very spongy. It holds the water really well. That was actually one of the big mistakes I made last year, is when I transplanted them into the bigger cups, I moved them into a 16 ounce. I just accidentally shut off my camera, but this stuff is really spongy. It absorbs the water, and what happened last year is when I transplanted these into the bigger solo cups, I used this same soil, and then when I transplanted them into the garden, I just took the whole root ball with the soil still attached and I put it down into the garden. And I think what happened is, because the soil holds so much moisture, it made it so the roots never went out looking for water. And because I know that when you dry out the plant, the roots will start going deeper and wider, trying to find more water. And since I used this really water absorbing soil, the roots never went anywhere. So about halfway through the season, when nothing was growing, I dug them up, and I realized then that the roots hadn't spread at all. They were just bound around the ball of soil. And so luckily the season is long enough here that I was able to start over halfway through the season and still be able to get some stuff growing. Okay, so now that I have all my seeds planted and the soil is wet, I will now be moving them into this plastic container with the lid. And what I have in here is a seedling heat mat, because with the pepper seeds they need a warmer temperature for germination. So since I keep it only around 71 or 72 in my house, I want it to be in the 80s. So what this will do is just warm it up just a little bit above the temperature in the room. It says it'll raise it 10 to 20 degrees warmer than the room. And then what I have here is just simple Walmart brand thermometer with humidity sensor as well. So after I close up the box and get the heat on, the humidity will go up to 100% and the temperature will rise up to the mid-80s, which is what these seeds need to germinate. Okay. Alright, they are moved into the box. And so now all I have to do is put the lid on and then get it plugged in and start germinating. Alright. Okay, they are plugged in. Here they will sit while they germinate. And after they've germinated, I'll be moving them into a light box, because I don't have any south-facing windows in my house, so I can't set them in the sun. But now I'll show the garden where I will be placing these. So I live in Augusta, Georgia. Pretty long, warm summers. So last year I built this box. It's in pretty bad disrepair now, but I got lazy at the end of the year and let just stuff die and forgot about it. And so just built this out of 2x12s, some posts in the corner, and had to level it up because my yard has a slant to it. Then filled it with, I just bought half a cubic yard of Miracle-Gro garden mix, and then a quarter yard of topsoil and a quarter yard of compost manure. So it was a 1 cubic yard total. So I'm gonna tear everything out of there, get it cleaned up, and then I'm gonna mix in some more compost manure, a few bags, just to give some more nutrients back to the soil. Maybe I'll have that done by the next video. And then an issue I had last year was I picked this location in the winter, but in my yard I have a couple pretty big trees and some trees in the back of the yard that, as you see right now, in the winter there's no leaves on them. So I have plenty of sunshine in my backyard. But last year, when the trees got full, leaves and shadows started appearing in my backyard that I wasn't expecting, and so I found a really hard time getting a full day's worth of sun. I only got about 6 hours of direct sun on this location. So what I'm planning to do is back here in my yard, on the other side of these trees, so I won't get shadows, I'm going to build another box right here, most likely. Probably just a 4x4 box, not a 4x8. Another issue I had last year is I had no idea what I was doing, once again. And so I did the whole square foot method, but I did it totally wrong. I planted 32 plants in this one box, and so by the end of the season they were all huge and they were all starving each other for light. And then I also got a really bad green hornworm infestation, and they just destroyed the garden. So this year I'm going to try a couple techniques to reduce that, and also probably only going to put 8 plants, maybe 10 plants in this box this year so that they have more space. Okay. Also, I'll be interested to see, since I know Rat David 9 is doing videos again this year, I'll be interested to see how his compares to mine this year, especially with the Jamaican Hot Chocolate Ghost Pepper Hybrid, because I think he'll be growing those, and since I'll be growing those too, we'll be able to see the difference of the exact same seeds in the different climates. He lives up in Minnesota, I believe, so he has a short season, and I live down here in Georgia with a really long season, so we'll see what difference it makes. Okay, I think that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and tune in again.